Alright, so welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be working on this Mantua general. So let's take it over to the track and give it an initial test run. Alright, so I've got the general set up on the track for an initial test run. So let's see what it does. That is full power. Try the other way. This is, again, still full power. Without help, this is about all it does. It seems like the thing is going to need a good cleaning and some fresh oil. So let's take it over to the track and, but not the track, to my desk and get to work. Alright, so let's get to work. And just before that, I'll use some magic to get the shell and tender out of my way. So, magic. Now the shell and everything is off. So now I can figure out where I want to get started on this thing. And I am thinking I would like to get started just with trying to clean up the commutator of this motor. Because it seems a little dirty and it seems like the motor is causing a little bit of issue. So I will just get started by doing that, which I don't even need to move the brush for. Now with that out of the way, I'm going to wait until oiling everything after I just clean up this gearbox. So I'm going to do this first, and then after that we will go in and oil all the parts of this engine up. Which is because of my little intro magic and probably a little end magic. I think I can get that bit out of the way now too. This restoration might not actually take all that long, depending on what I find in here. Didn't unscrew this one screw enough, apparently. I will say off camera, I cleaned off this drive shaft, so I can throw that out of the way. Now I'll flip this over, and I'm going to attempt... See, this seems a little wrong. There we go. I'm going to just attempt to remove this bottom plate and get everything in here dealt with first. Alright, so that took slightly longer than I was expecting to rip all this apart. First off, I'll get in here and clean out the spots where these bearings actually rest. Which is quite filthy, apparently. Now that I've cleaned most of that up, I'm going to get these actual little contact bits all cleaned up. Get that one cleaned off. Alright, so now I'm back. I totally didn't accidentally fire one of the little things all across my room. So I'm going to put those in my parts bin for now. And now I'm going to clean off these axles and this bottom plate in this gear. And pretty much speed it up and try not to talk for the rest of this little bit. Alright, so now I've just got to add a little bit of oil to this mix, and then I think we can lock this whole thing right back up. Alright, now that that is all cleaned up, I can clean up the inside of this gearbox just a little bit more. Alright, now that we've got this all cleaned up, I can put the last bit of this gearbox back together and give some of these bearings a little bit of oil. Alright, so this time I won't use any trickery, and I will just put this whole thing back together off camera. So I'll be back once it's all put back together. Alright, so I got the loco all reassembled and ready to run. So let's go see if it works any better now. Alright, so it's all set up on the track, so let's see what it does now. It's not perfect. The traction tire might have a few issues, but it does actually run quite well. It's actually a lot quieter than I was expecting it to be running. So that is a great result. So thanks for watching, and go check out the video where I bought this engine.